Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on, Sideboard podcast listeners? This is your hosts, Caleb and Tim, and it's Christmas. How's it going, Tim?
Not too bad. How are you doing, man?
Dude, I'm doing good. I'm pretty good. A little tired, but I'm good.
I feel that. It's been a long week.
I know. I don't know what it is, but the week leading up to Christmas for retail and food workers and stuff is just crazy.
Yeah, it's been a little wild. Started the week out with a couple ultra long days of work. We're good. We're chilling. Got Christmas and the day after off, so it'll be good to kind of relax, hang out.
Cool. Yeah. So our agenda for today, I talked with Tim earlier. We're just gonna go over the secret rares that were revealed the past week or so for the Dragon Ball Super card game for you guys, give our opinion on them, kind of first take, and as well as we'll have a little thing at the end for you guys for the holidays. And before we get started, we just want to go over a few things, some bookkeeping. If you guys want to purchase any of the singles we talk about, or just in general, if you're ever playing a card game that's on TCGPlayer and want to buy singles, we'd appreciate if you use our affiliate link it's down in the description. They give us a small kickback, and it really helps out keeping our servers up and all that sort of thing.
Yep.
In addition, we are sponsored by Madtown Gaming, so if you guys want to go check out their website, madtowntcg.com, they have terrariums, sealed product pre-orders, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So just send them a message and let them know we sent you. And other than that, we actually had an update this past week. We had a listener who liked our episode so much last week that he designed a new logo for us. So Tim designed some merch with that logo, and it's up in the shop. So if you guys are looking to buy coffee mugs, t-shirts, sweatshirts, we got a couple new items in there, so go check it out. They're actually pretty cool. # don't go neg.
Yes, and I definitely want to thank John Stokes for the designs for those couple things. They're super awesome. Appreciate it. And
yes, you rock.
Definitely. And anyone else who wants to submit any kind of artwork or anything, please feel free to.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, so now that that's over with, let's just dive right into these secret rares. So first things first, Tim, what was your thoughts when you saw the characters of each secret rare? I already know one of them you're in love with, but yeah. What were your thoughts when you were like, all right, these are the characters?
So I'm super happy that not only did they bring Pycon into the card game, but he also got a secret, because he's a pretty sweet character.
Yeah, he's kind of cool. One of those Namekian fanboy type characters. When you go a little deeper into their lore and such, you get into him a little bit.
Unfortunately, I think the secret is kind of underwhelming. But yeah, I mean, the character is sweet.
He is pretty cool.
The artwork is pretty cool. I think the energy blast in the center of it is a little too gigantic, and it takes up like a good chunk of the card, so you don't get to see a whole lot of Pycon himself. But there's a good mix of colors in there. You do get to see his face covered and uncovered, which is kind of cool. I don't know. Yeah. I'm happy that they're giving Pycon some love.
Yeah, I liked the SCRs. I'm not a blue player at heart, so Pycon's kind of like, all right, whatever. But the other two were pretty cool. The Supreme Kai of Time, also known as the Supreme Kai of Thickums, because she's pretty thick in that picture.
She is mega thick for no reason.
I don't know where that comes from, but yeah. And then arguably the hottest SCR of the
Oh
three, which
my
is
god.
Majin Buu. And
It's Boonemba.
well, yeah, Buu Nimba. It's pretty sweet.
I just about had a heart attack the morning that one got spoiled. Also because I called it.
Yeah, you definitely did, dude. Like
And
the
then
moment,
and then I actually read the card and I was like, "Oh my god."
yeah, you read it and it was actually good.
Yeah. I will be picking that up if I don't open it. Don't care how much it is.
$1 million.
Deal with that sweet $600 stimulus check.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So first impressions done. Let's just go over the effects top to bottom. We'll start with PyCon. I'm just going to read it straight from the Dragon Ball TCG website or dbscardgame.com. He says, ultimate double strike dual attack. When this card attacks, your opponent reveals their hand. You choose one card from their hand with an energy cost of 7 or less. Place it at the bottom of their deck. Then your opponent draws one card. Activate battle. Pay 4 blue. If your leader card is blue, all of your energy is mono blue, and your opponent has 4 more energy, play this card from your hand. If you do, choose all of your opponent's battle cards, return them to their owner's hands, and he is naturally an 8-drop, 40k power. What do you think?
So, if Reboot Hit had never been created, this would actually be pretty fire.
Yeah, that's a good point. Reboot Hit is seeing a lot of popularity.
Yes. And that alone is going to be why this card doesn't see play.
I can see that. Counter to that point, though, I don't know if it's totally like unplayable. I think it's going to have a hard time beating Baby Hatch as the blue staple.
Yeah, that too.
You know?
Because that's
But
just definitely the best blue seeker in the game.
It does bring like a nice finisher to blue for the secret rare slot that they didn't have. So now you have choices, you know?
That's fine. We got 4 secret rares. We got baby apes.
Card's dumb.
I can confirm that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the card. It's a cool card. I just think that, the presence of Reboot Hit is gonna definitely hinder the playability of this one.
Yeah, it can definitely hurt it, and it'll be a tough matchup. Like as all things are, if you have any of those keywords printed on your cards when you're playing against Hit.
Yeah.
But I do really like this card just for the sheer fact that blue got another SCR4 mono blue, and it's kind of more of an aggressive card. And you get to look at your opponent's hand in blue, which is pretty hot.
That is true. Yep.
So, yeah. Do you think this card will see play much in blue over Baby Hatch? I think it might be in decks that can like search it out somehow, but I don't think there are any ways currently.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I haven't read anything, or not. I haven't read everything. Sorry, about the set.
Yeah, because his special trait, there's no way to search for that as of right now.
Yeah, maybe if he was Namekian, that'd have been cool.
Maybe.
Because
maybe we'll
PyCon,
see.
Pretty sure PyCon's a Namekian. He looks like a Namekian.
I think he is, but I mean, technically he's from the other world, from the as the trait says, the West Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure canonically how that works, but we'll just say, if for the sake of simpleness, that he's Namekian.
Yeah,
because he looks like it.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's a pretty good card. It gives blue like a board wipe, kinda. They get to look at your hand, steal some stuff, and then a solid keywords for damage dealing. Overall, I think he's okay. Like a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I could see that. I definitely think if again Reboot Hit gets pushed out of the format a little bit more, then we might see play from this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how set 12 develops as a meta.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. I do I've been thinking a lot about the set 12 meta game, and I think it's gonna be all over the place.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in the set, but
And yeah, and the fact that none of it like pushes any of the old stuff out. So yeah, so this card's cool. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. It's cool. It's whatever. So the next one, arguably the best one, Majin Buu. Tim's favorite character in the world.
yep.
Majin Buu, incarnation of demonic evil. He's naturally a 10 drop, which matters, and 40k power, which is pretty status quo for SCRs. He has ultimate, double strike, counter. We have a counter in green, boys. If a card other than your leader card is in battle, negate the counter attack skill, then play this card. So if you attack with like battle card, unison, whatever, but not your leader. Permanent, if your leader is mono green or a black demon realm race, so Toa basically, card, and you're activating this card's counter skill, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 7. So if you're a green leader, it becomes 3 greens, and if you're Toa or any other demon realm race leaders, it becomes 7. But then the final line of text there is, if your leader card is a black demon realm race card, treat this card in your hand as if it had no specified. So it becomes 3 of any color in Toa or any other demon realm race leader. Counter, and it plays itself.
Yeah, sorry, I was just checking some news. The ban limit list came out.
Wait, what?
Just now. Yeah, it's in our group chat. We'll go over that after these very quickly.
All right. Yep. We'll finish this up and then hit that up. In the news, boys.
Yeah,
just came in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super stoked on this. I think it being a natural 10 drop was a good choice for design. Otherwise, the Toa Xeno deck would just be absolutely insanely busted. Because there's ways to loop this. You can search it. It would just be insane.
Yeah, I think it's definitely balanced because it doesn't have the word. I mean, like, it's kind of dumb in this game. It's one of the things I dislike, but the fact that it doesn't have the word free on it makes it balanced. Like, first check, boom. But then the other fact is it's green. So now green has a counter there. If it was like another yellow one or another, oh my gosh, if this card was in blue or something stupid like that, you know, certain things would just not be okay. The fact that it's in green, I feel like is fine. And then specifically like the Toa deck gets it, which is cool. I do think it puts it at the best SCR of the 3 so far at a solid 8 or 9 out of. I don't think it's 9 out of 10 worthy. I think
probably
it's
like 8.5.
I think it's 8 because again, it's not free. Oh, actually, a question I had, because I don't know AOD cards very well. Is this card it's a Majin, and it's a Majin Buu Xeno. The 1-drop Bibbidi doesn't hit this, does it?
No, it searches specifically for Majin Buu, and I think it only searches for black.
No, the one that reduces cost.
Oh, no, that reduces Agent of Destruction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah, so there's no way to get it below 3 then.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, so at 3, I think it's fine. It's going to be cool seeing people like loop it over and over. That's like the most abuse you can see with that card. So I give it like a solid 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's
10 out of 10
basically in the Toa deck. It's a swift cooler
Yeah.
in either Toa or green.
Yeah.
Which is
which is good.
pretty insane.
The question being in green is, does it replace Celzino? And the answer is
I think in some
probably
decks, in mono green. Because, like, okay, think about it. A lot of times, green against blue right now, you go to dormant on blue's kill turn, and they ape in response. But now you have this for the ape.
yeah, but you can't because it's if a card other than your leader card is in battle. Does it other than your? Okay, I guess it counts your opponent's cards. Is it a card other than your leader? I mean, technically, their battle card is not your leader, right?
I'm not 100% sure how that's gonna work out, but
Because reading it first, I thought it has to be one of your cards and not your leader. But then reading it again, it says if just any card that's not your leader. So it could be their leader or any of their battle cards. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
not
good.
sure. But
The problem is, like, though, if they ult with their unison, can't they just ape your boo?
if they have 2 apes and 4 extra
And four
cards in hand,
Yeah.
yeah,
It would feel really bad if that happened.
it would.
You're just like, oh, cool. My secret
But I
rare
mean,
can't.
at that point, they're winning the game anyways, so
Yeah, it's like there's nothing around it. Okay, yeah, I can see that. This is really good for green because that's a problem for
yeah,
them.
it's like a panic button sort of.
Yeah. It being a one of is cool, and then the blue Janimba, which is worth mentioning, that can bounce it back to hand, is cool. I would say probably only playable in the Toa deck.
Yeah, or if you're going for game with a battle card and they try to negate, you can use this. And now on top of negating their negate, you have a 40k double strike on board.
Yeah. But it also does lose to reboot hit, like you mentioned.
Yep.
That's
That
the
is
problem
true.
with giving things double, because hits critical, double,
And
blocker. So I think Bandai needs to stop designing secrets that have double and give them, like, I don't know, triple or something. I mean, triple is just straight better, but as long as Hit Leader exists and he's gonna be popular next set with the Janimba engine, secret rares with double are just gonna be really tough to get through that leader.
Or if you're I hate the idea of giving them barrier if you give them double strike, but
It might be necessary.
yeah, which kind of sucks because I mean, I really dislike the way barrier works in this game.
Yeah.
But
Surprise remote serious bomb should hit it.
yeah.
But yeah, I think this card's pretty good. It's gonna
Also,
compete for Celzino though.
absolute 11 out of 10 on the artwork.
Fanboy.
It is freaking sweet.
It's pretty cool, I do have to admit.
It is
It's
sick.
nice. Yeah, it's nice too that it's not kind of overpowered by the energy, kind of like the PyCon one is. The energy in that one's kind of like everywhere, whereas the Boo, it's like a lot of you get to see the sword and all that's kind of nice.
Yeah, and then on the up in the corner of it, you just have evil Kid Boo.
Yeah, that's
not
hot.
xenofied or
really
Janemba absorbed.
I really like them putting 2 characters on a card to like show the different. I like that a lot.
Yeah, which they did on all 3 of these secrets.
Yeah. Speaking of all 3, let's move on to the final one.
Okay, so real quick on this one. Okay. I really like the color scheme.
Yeah, kind of like the pink. Actually, you know what describes this color scheme perfectly? It's pastel.
Yeah. It reminds me of like fairy types in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which cool. Usually have like really good art.
We were just talking about like, because I think isn't Supreme Kai like a god? Yeah, she has the god text. We were just talking about in Marcus's Discord if they made, how they made like Earthling Tribal a thing? If they made God Tribal a thing?
Yeah, remember we talked about that a long time ago with him? If they did like the
Xeno Leader.
No,
Make a new Xena leader.
which Kai is it? The old biker man.
Oh, dude, I can't remember.
I don't remember which one it was, but if it was like him as the leader and he just did some sort of god tribal thing because all the Kais are gods,
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
yeah. But anyways, let's get into this card. Supreme Kai of Time, Space-Time Unraveler. She's an 8-drop naturally, black, so no specified cost, which I think is a mistake, but it's okay. Not for this card specifically, just in general. And
Yeah,
then she's
the
40k power.
permanent is the same as Baby Hatch. If it would be removed from your battle area, remove it from the game instead. So no shenaniganery.
I feel like that should have been on the Majin Buu instead.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No
Easy
bouncing
there.
that bad boy back to him, bro.
Easy.
Ultimate doesn't matter at that point. You got 5 copies.
So it has a couple activates on it. The first one is activate main for 1. Choose this card and all of your opponent's battle cards and unison cards and send them to their owner's warps. So that's pretty sweet. You have a 1 mana. It doesn't get around barrier, which kind of sucks. But also it's a 1 mana board wipe, including unisons.
Every unison in the game. Because if they ever give a unison barrier, that's not okay.
Definitely not okay.
And now that I mentioned it, it's going to happen because that's how this game works.
Yep. And you may be wondering, well, Sideboard Podcast, how do I get this 8 mana thing into play so I can pay 1 energy and blow up the world? That would be its activate battle, also for 1 energy. If you have 3 or more energy, play this card from your hand. If you do, your opponent cannot attack with leader cards or unison cards for the turn. Bye-bye, reboot Gohan.
Gonna just trash that deck right now.
Yep,
and
goodbye, Gohan AOD.
Did we mention that you can play this card in any color, any deck, and it doesn't require any specified?
Yep.
Yeah. I think this card is a solid.
It's kind of bonkers.
It's kind of like Smoke Dragon.
Yeah.
It's like Smoke 2.0. Like every deck that was playing Smoke might just want to play this.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Smoke did a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah, true. But like, I don't know. Like this card, you pay 1 to play it. If they God Sealing, you just pay 1 again. That's fine.
Yep, because they're still in battle.
So the other counterplays basically don't affect it. If you tap it, okay, cool. I'll just pay 1, blow up your board. If you Yamcha with that, he doesn't count. He's trash.
Frieza only hits 7 or less, right?
Yeah,
Frieza doesn't even touch this.
Yeah, so it gets around all the counterplays essentially. It's a board wipe in black, which is cool, or board wipe in any color. Dude, I might play this in Sin.
Over the iron wall of secret rare Sin.
Well, because Sin's pivoting, right? It's pivoting to like this mid-range deck with the new 8-drop and stuff. I don't know. I feel like this SCR is going to be best in a non-like mono black deck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's going to be some control deck out there that's like slapping this thing down.
I think this will be really good in tempo decks.
Actually, I'll just steal. If someone plays it against me, I'll just steal it. Like, ha, blow your board up.
You can't do that.
Oh, you're right. Dang it. Well, okay.
Somebody who's helping with design thought of that.
Dang it. I want Theft to be a playable archetype Bandai. It's like my favorite thing to do.
I think both the Buu and the Kai are infinitely better than PyCon.
1000%, yeah. Mainly because I think this card shines because it doesn't have much to compete with. Like,
yeah,
it could literally be played.
It's extremely
anything.
generic.
Yeah, it doesn't win you the game right out, But like, if your deck is like, dude, imagine, you know what? Honestly, in an aggro deck, 'cause you only need 3 energy to play it, and you play it for 1. So
Yeah.
like an aggro deck that kills on 3 or something, you get an additional 40k swing for 1, and if you don't kill them, well, I guess it'd be like tempo at that point, like you were saying. If you don't kill your opponent, you just board wipe them every turn until they lose.
Mm-hmm.
So decks that don't kill themselves probably play this card.
You know, it'd be super funny.
What?
You play this in board wipe, and then you go into Mosh and Vegeta unison to board wipe again whenever they build a board back up.
True. I mean, you can just pay 1 every turn to board wipe.
No, you can't. It
It
also
discard.
removes itself.
Man, reading is
know.
hard. It's like 12:40 at night, so
Yeah.
reading is hard.
We're doing this for all of you.
Yep, and it'll be uploaded in like 4 hours.
Yep, I've got some work
Okay.
to do.
Okay, so
Okay, to the hot news.
So this card is
Fresh.
like borderline broken, but Bandai got smart with us and put some very specific wording on it that makes it not broken.
Yep.
That's the hot take.
Yeah.
All right. 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I think 7, more towards a 7.
Yeah.
It's solid. It's not auto include. It doesn't win you the game, but it's good.
I'm sure it'll find some sort of niche specific deck and it'll start to shine.
Yeah, some like Hatch, Iron Wall. Like, we got Sin and we got Hatch. What's the difference? Oh wait, there is no difference. They're the same.
100%.
Okay. Ban list?
Yeah. You also have it pulled up.
Is it under strategy? I guess I can just
Yes.
click the link.
Strategy announcements. So
Yeah,
I'll
here we
start
go.
off with the first one. We do
Okay.
have an actual ban.
What the? This don't make no sense.
No escape Son Goku. Yeah, I don't see any reason this card needs to be banned, personally.
I think I know one reason. The Janemba that bounces the Boo couldn't do, if you know escape turn 1, they just can't do it anymore.
I guess, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's worth banning this card over one interaction.
Yeah, I think they probably just should have never printed these cards to
Especially
begin with.
Well, yeah, I agree with that, but especially an interaction that involves a secret rare.
True,
Like,
but like
you can
I don't
only
know.
you can only draw it once. You
Yeah, I
might
think
not
they
even
should
have
just.
it.
I think they should just. I think this is like the last card that's similar to this in black, where it's like 1 cost deflect, do a silver bullet thing. But if it's not the last one that they've banned, they should just like batch, ban the rest of them, get them out, because they will eventually ban them. But yeah, okay, that card's whatever. Not that spicy.
Yeah. The next one is a limit, and it kind of hurts me inside, but I figured this was coming.
Yeah.
And there's a reason that I played this deck a different way for so long. So we are having the turn 1 Overwhelm Trunks for the Vegex deck limited.
Yep, limited
I'm
1.
assuming it's limited to 1, even though it doesn't say what it's limited to.
In this game is 1.
Okay, so yeah, it's going down to 1. I'm not super surprised, honestly.
Yeah. How much does Reluctant Reinforcements cost? The Vegeta, he's 3, right?
Yes.
So they basically make it so if you still want to play that chain into the burn and all that stuff, you either have to see the 1 of or wait till turn 3 /
Yeah.
turn later turns.
Well, I mean, you can always use, I think it's from the first anniversary box, the Overrealm Mass Hand that lets you search out a 4-drop or less with mask in its name.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, you can still do the whole thing, but it's just it's
Gotcha.
less efficient, I guess.
Yeah, they made it later, basically. I think
I
that's
don't know.
fine.
Yeah,
This card
it's
was
fine. I mean,
the deck. I mean, you had already been on the like post-ban version of the deck, anyways. So, I just
yeah.
presume people are gonna pivot that way.
And I mean, if people still want to play that version of the deck, you now have 3 more slots to play with. Figure out
Yep.
how to make it more consistent with those 3 slots. Or just play your deck with 3 less cards. That'll already increase consistency.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. I like that they're addressing the deck, and hopefully that changes some things.
You'll never kill Vegex, Bandai. Unless you just ban the leader.
I truly believe that it is the Eternal Black deck, just like the Eternal Red Blue deck is Invoker.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. It's too good not to be.
I agree. You want to go over the next one?
Yep. So we actually have that. I think that's, yeah, that closes out limited and banned cards, but we have a couple of erratas. Oh, okay,
one errata.
actually.
And then one
errata.
One
and
very
then one
interesting thing.
Okay. Sorry, I just looked at the next thing and it was more interesting than this thing. All right, but this one is Dark Broly, Overwhelming Evil. He is the 3-cost green unison that a lot of Gotenks decks play and other green decks. So the errata says reasoning. We've chosen to errata this card to bring it in line with future card designs. Current text: auto once per turn when a marker is removed from this card by a skill, your opponent chooses one card in their hand and discards it. Errata is auto once per turn when a marker is removed from this card by a non-keyword skill, your opponent chooses one card from their hand and discards it. So what that means, I believe, is that the activate main when you, or no,
that's still a non-keyword skill.
Yeah, so then what does that affect?
As of right now, I can't think of anything.
Like rejuvenate or something? Maybe? I'm not quite sure.
But even then, rejuvenate is basically on unisons. So like,
right.
That wouldn't affect this at all. I don't know.
I don't know what they're getting at there, but
maybe they
meant for the future.
Maybe they meant for it to not interact with that Deborah, but maybe they didn't realize that it still works with the Deborah. I don't know. This one doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I guess we'll see in future card designs, as they said.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So the next one is best of 1 banned cards. This is a first time. Like what?
Yes. This has not been done before. It's interesting because I believe Marcus talked about this.
Yeah. Talked about it a lot. And we actually play tested. I mean, I played this deck for like a solid while.
Mm-hmm.
And like basically, played every version you could think of. But Bandai chose to ban for best of 1 only, Reboot Gohan Leader.
Starting January 15th.
Yeah, so
play it while you can.
Basically, yeah, unless you're playing in online events, this isn't going to affect you until presumably, hopefully by January or February, actual events start happening again. But, January 15th. The date is pretty tentative for this game. Not tentative, but like not super important because most people are just going to start playing by those rules to begin with.
Yeah.
So
I'm not surprised with this one. I am kind of surprised that they implemented a new area of bans.
Yeah, I mean, by making all of their webcam events best of 1, they adopted the best of 1 format. So they have best of 1 as well as best of 3.
It's like officially a format.
Yeah.
which
And
is kind of
so
weird, but
it reminds me of like Commander when they ban like commanders in head to head, which is 1-on-1 rather than 4-player battle royale.
yeah, rip Edgar Markov.
I mean, this is like the same reason, right? It's too fast, too good, too consistent.
Bro, that deck was so good. I was like absolutely destroying like turn 2 combo decks.
Like, hey,
It
what if
was
your life was
nuts.
just 0? What if you just died?
Anyways,
Yeah, I
it's
think this is
very
a good
interesting.
call.
I
think it's a good
agree.
call.
I wonder if they will continue to look at hyper aggressive decks in the best of one arena.
Yeah, probably. This one specifically because it was kind of uninteractable, because you couldn't. What are you gonna do to their leader, right?
Yeah, I mean, the best answer for it really was the Masu super combos.
Yeah, and then if you went into further detail, you could go in yellow a bit, but if one color is the only thing that even scares you, let alone they have to draw the cards that scare you, kind of a problem.
I agree.
So I think this ban list is actually pretty good. Like,
I
none of the
would,
cards are over the top.
yeah, and none of them seem like stupid bans or unbans or limits or whatever. These ones all actually make sense. I feel like
Yeah, yeah,
there have been a few in the past where I know a lot of people have just been like, "What? Like why?" But
yeah. I mean, we always have those personal feelings too. Like, personally, I think Gogeta 7 is fine. But that's just because there's aggro decks that exist that can kill you in 2 or 3 turns. And then maybe if you're getting to 5 energy, that you should end the game instead of going to 11 energy and hardcasting Zeno 4 times.
yeah,
Hashtag not bitter.
got him.
But yeah, stuff like that. I thought this, yeah, I mean,
I think this is a
I'm
good, solid ban list. I'm glad there wasn't too much on it. I would rather
yeah,
them not overdo it.
yeah, I agree. And also not ban things that are going to come out, or like errata them before they come out.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
that's,
some things if they literally just print it wrong,
yeah, if
like
it's like
they did with
semantics.
the Go Tank secret, they kind of had to.
Right. I mean more of like the Golden 8 Unison, where it
Oh
was
yeah,
2,
that would have
pay
been
2, draw 2.
totally fine.
I mean, like, we already have that with Saiyan Instincts, and only
Mhm.
blue decks run Saiyan Instincts to begin with.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I'm
I'm like super content with this ban list.
same here. I have no issues with this one.
But
But
yeah,
in the comments and on our post for this video, let us know what you guys think. Are you guys happy with the ban list? Are you unhappy with it? Was there anything you wish you saw on it? Or do you disagree with any of these? Let us know what you guys think.
comment down below. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that pretty much concludes our Christmas episode. We're just gonna do a little bit of housekeeping at the very end. Um, was there any final thoughts before that, Tim?
As my Switch controller falls off the stand underneath me. No, I mean, I'm super excited for set 12. The secrets look awesome. There's a lot of really fun, really cool decks coming out of the set. And I'm glad that the ban list isn't
Turles.
just neutering anything really.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty hype. Probably just gonna buy singles, but
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, everyone have a Merry Christmas. spend time with your family. Be safe, everyone. And we will see you guys next week.
All right, guys, this is the Sideboard podcast. Checking out.
See ya.